So do you believe that within Aikido, but generally speaking I guess we could call it a traditional martial art or a true martial art in the way that you're describing, having the framework of like a war setting is the initial thought process to develop the technical side of things? Like, is that how you think about it now? Like, is that how Aikido is thought about in terms of its whole structure, its technical structure, like to account with a warlike scenario? Is that what it's the framework? Is that what it's built on?
If I understand your question to me, Aikido evolved out of the fundamental warlike techniques that were used in Japanese jiu-jitsu, and the philosophy and the realizations and enlightenment of the founder of Aikido alluded to the harmony and love aspects of the universe, as opposed to the war and conflict that occurs in the world. So it was it's understood that he came to understand that the world doesn't need more conflict, it needs more resolutions. But it only got there from being this warlike state of Japanese jiu-jitsu. So the root of Aikido, which is the Aikido Daitoru Jiu-Jitsu, that came from the Takeda clan, which was the Takeda family was part of the Battle of Sekigahara in Japan around about 1300. So it goes back, and they were technically the Takeda clan were on the losing side of the Sekigahara War. Now that jiu-jitsu went underground, so it was never taught anywhere. It was passed family to family in secret for centuries.
What?
Yeah. And then Sukaku Takeda, who was the technical heir of this Takeda jiu-jitsu that had been passed through the families, popped his head up, basically, and showed the world Aikido Daitoru Jiu-Jitsu.
When was that?
1800s.
1800s?
Yeah.
So it's been passed underground
for 500 years.
For 500 years. Holy shit.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Morihei Shiba, the founder of Aikido, became a student of Sukaku Takeda and was one of the fastest students ever to learn the Aikido Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and was recorded as like this absolute freak and phenomenal of a student. Was given a teaching license in a year and a half, 2 years of this art form. So Sukaku Takeda put it out on the world map again, where it was hidden, and it was only ever taught to Japanese people. It was never taught to anybody else if you weren't Japanese.
Really?
So, yeah, it was a really clandestine underground form of transmission. So really one-on-one, so you had to kind of garner everything from your teacher as you went along. It wasn't just turning up to the dojo when you wanted to. You were in it because it was a hereditary family heirloom being passed to you.
So you were learning it. You were learning it full time, probably.
Yeah.
For a lifetime, essentially.
To be passed on again.
To be passed on.
Yeah. Not just for you. It had to be, you've got to be passing it on.